Hey, welcome to the 103 GBF YouTube channel. I'm Mike Sanders, the Sandman. My very special guest is honored the Mayor of Evansville, Lloyd Winnecke.
Mike, how are you, buddy?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
You go back a long way. You were a broadcaster early on, radio and then television. What made you decide to get into public service?
Well, I always liked, when I was in high school, my government teacher, David Kaler, I went to Central High School, he was on the city council, and that was just really intriguing. And David was arguably one of the most popular teachers we had at Central, and he just got a bunch of us hooked on public service. And as I got older, I realized that we do owe it to our community to give back.
Now, I wish more people felt that way.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Now, you're up for a second term. The primary is in May. You're running unopposed in your party, and it looks to be that Gail Reekin will be the Democratic challenger, unless someone else throws their hat in the ring between now and then. We have invited Gail to come on and do a video as well. She's accepted. We just don't have a date and time set for her, as she's a state representative and got a schedule that's a little, more difficult to coordinate than you and I. Right. We're just a few blocks apart.
She's in Indianapolis until the end of April working on legislative matters, so yeah, her calendar's different.
Definitely. Let's talk about your first term as mayor. What do you feel like were some of the big success stories of your administration the first time around?
Yeah, I feel really probably the most proud about how we've raised the level of engagement in the city. I think if you look at our Clean Evansville initiative, we've picked up 80,000 pounds of litter with 5,000 volunteers in not quite 3.5 years. That's impressive to me. We have scout troops, we have church groups, we have neighborhood associations. We have families who just want to pitch in and clean up, that come out and pick up trash with us on the first Saturday of every month. So I'm pleased that people want to be engaged in their community. We started the voice session, the visioning process with Leadership Evansville. So we started with 32 original meetings, and we just asked people what they wanted for the future of the city, and then we asked them to draw their visions. And so those meetings continue. So we've had literally thousands of people contribute all kinds of great ideas, and we are already seeing the fruits of that labor.
Plus, Energize Evansville. I mean,
we've got to be more fit as a community. So on the third Saturday of every month, we're exercising at a city facility or public facility. That's been great, and so we're trying to get people more fit too.
I've seen you do Zumba out on Fulton Avenue. It's pretty.
I hate Zumba. I missed the email that described all the moves. I didn't get that email. But I go out and try. You've got to, if you want the initiative, if you want to lead an initiative, you can't just say, let's do it. You've got to go out and do it. So yeah. I don't mind trying to do it.
Well, and you always do, even with the cleanups and things like that. That's something I certainly give you credit for. You set a great example, and that's what a leader does. Moving forward into the second term, if you're elected, what do you see as the vision moving, into the future for Evansville?
We have this transformational project called the IU Medical School project, which will go literally right across the street from where we're sitting today. So we have to build on that. We've already had countless organizations that have raised their hand and said, we need to come downtown. We want to bring a business to Evansville. So we need to build on that. And I don't know that everyone truly understands what potential this has, but we have a chance to really change healthcare in Evansville, but all over Indiana, by building a new pipeline of healthcare professionals. And that's what this is about. It will be a big boost for the economy of downtown. We'll have hundreds, if not thousands, of people more downtown on a regular basis. That's good, but the real importance is changing the way healthcare, not changing the way it's delivered, but building a new pipeline of people who provide the healthcare. Evansville's like a lot of cities, and Indiana's like a lot of states, where we're seeing a growing shortage of doctors, technicians, nurses. So that's what this is about. So going forward, we have to take full advantage of that project, and so much more. We have a great opportunity in Roberts Park, where Roberts Stadium once stood. We have a wonderful plan to connect green space from Morgan Avenue to the north, where McDonald's Golf Course is, all the way through Westland Nature Center, through Westland Park, through Roberts Park, across the Lloyd Expressway. We're building a new pedestrian bridge over the expressway this year into the old state hospital grounds.
Wow.
I mean, think about the connectivity there. So yeah, that's on our radar to build for the future as well.
Also want to ask you a couple things about some projects that are in the works. The Downtown Hotel, where is that at this moment?
The Downtown Hotel, I think, is on a really good path. Will be a appearing before the city council very shortly to explain where that is, but we're on a good path. We should have a new development agreement with the developer approved very shortly, which will allow the construction drawings to proceed on a 5-story, 240-room hotel versus the 10-story. By reducing the number of floors and eliminating the apartment complex, or eliminating the apartment complex, allows us to build 5 stories instead of 10 and get the same number of rooms. And that we can do that for the money that we have. So that's on a good path. It is very possible that actual construction will begin on both of the big projects, the medical school and the hotel, in roughly the same time period this summer.
Put a lot of people to work.
It will, absolutely.
Definitely. One other thing I'd like to ask you about, and this comes from really our audience, in particular, I get asked all the time about Massacre Music Theater,
Yep.
Massacre Amphitheater.
Yep.
Do you see that ever being a venue for entertainment again, or is it?
I do. I haven't identified where we're going to get the money to do it yet.
Sure.
In the meantime, we have no plans to bulldoze it, to tear it down or anything, but it's going to remain. We've had multiple discussions with community groups that want to be a part of renovating it. The bottom line is it's a big ticket to bring up to modern standards. And as a result of the state fair tragedy a few years ago in Indianapolis, there are very stringent guidelines on what you can do in an outdoor theater setting.
Sure.
So that's driven the cost up. The restrooms are not ADA compliant. So we're talking about millions of dollars to take care of. So our vision is that it will one day be a performing center again. When that is, I honestly don't know yet.
How many hours of sleep do you get per night?
Oh, if I can get 6 hours of sleep, or 6 or 7 hours is really, really good. But we run pretty hard.
I mean, you're always on the go.
Yeah.
Always got something going.
Yeah.
I admire that very much.
Thank you. We appreciate it. That's part of the fun of it.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. We encourage people to get out and vote in November. And if you want to, support the mayor, there's ways to do that. Just Google it. And if you'd like to get in touch with the mayor and perhaps voice your opinion on something, what's the best way to do that?
You can reach out to the mayor's office at any time, 436-4962, 812 area code. Of course, we have to say that.
Yes,
now.
we do.
And or just email the mayor's office at mayorwinnecke.evansville.in.gov.
That's a long one.
It is. Probably calling's easier. I don't know.
Right. And of course, we await confirmation on an interview with Representative Gail Rieken, who will be opposing the mayor. Most likely just you two running against each other.
That's what it looks
in
like.
November. So
We may have an independent opponent, but we'll wait and see if that happens.
well, thank you for coming in.
My pleasure, anytime.
Talking about what you've done and how we're going to move forward. It's always exciting to see our community grow. You and I are both Evansville natives,
Right.
around the same age, and I think we have many of the same interests as well. We just want a great place to live. And,
Absolutely.
we do have a good city. We've got so many great attributes, and thank you for continuing the efforts to improve everything.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the 103 GBF YouTube channel by clicking on the little icon above my head. Have a great day. Thanks again for watching.